Why do you wake up at night gripped by the fear that everything you've built could vanish in a single day? The job you cling to, the money you hide away, the relationships you're terrified of losing. What if they all dissolved tomorrow? Would you still know who you are, or would you collapse like a house of cards? Here's the truth nobody dares to tell you. The more you try to hold on, the faster things slip through your hands. That's why this message is not something you should casually skip, because if you miss this, you may live your whole life chained by invisible fears you never questioned. And I promise, what I'm about to share will shatter that illusion and open a door to a freedom you didn't know existed. But first, let me break the pattern. What if losing everything is not the end, but the only beginning of real freedom? I once knew a man whose entire identity was built around his wealth. Every day he'd check his bank account 20 times, afraid a market crash would wipe him out. He was terrified of losing the empire he had built. But one night, without warning, a financial storm hit. His company collapsed. His wealth evaporated. In those first days, he felt like he was dying, not physically, but spiritually. He told me, "I don't know who I am anymore." And yet months later, after the tears dried and the silence settled, something strange happened. He felt lighter. He said, "The fear was worse than the loss. Now, with nothing to lose, I feel strangely free." This is the paradox at the heart of Buddhist wisdom. Your fear of losing everything is the prison, but the loss itself can be the key that unlocks your cell. You see, the problem is not the money, not the relationships, not even the fragile body that will one day grow old and fade. The real problem is the desperate clinging. The more you grasp, the more suffering digs its claws into you. And yet, here's the cruel twist. The harder you chase happiness, the more it slips away. Haven't you noticed? You finally buy that dream gadget and within days it feels ordinary. You reach a milestone salary and immediately the fear sets in. What if it goes away? The agitation grows and the cycle repeats. That's the trap. Buddhism calls this the wheel of craving. You're chasing water in a desert, never realizing the mirage will never quench you. And here's the solution. The insight few dare to look at. Freedom doesn't come from protecting what you fear to lose. It comes from stepping into a state where nothing can be taken away. Pause with me. Right now. Imagine closing your eyes. Let your breath slow down. Feel the rise and fall in your chest. Picture the very thing you fear losing most. Your house, your savings, your loved one. See it slipping from your hands. Notice the panic rising. Don't run from it. Stay. Now imagine beneath that panic, a space, a silence, a watcher who is untouched, who cannot be lost. That watcher is your true nature, beyond possessions, beyond titles. Sit with that for a moment. Just breathe. In, out. Notice how the fear is a wave, but you are the ocean that holds it. This is a tiny glimpse of guided meditation, a crack in the wall of fear. If you felt even 1 second of stillness, that is the seed of Buddhist freedom. Modern science confirms what Buddhist practice has taught for centuries. Neuroscientists scanning the brains of meditators find that fear centers calm down, while regions of clarity and compassion light up. Millions around the world, CEOs, athletes, artists, have turned to Buddhist-inspired mindfulness, not to escape life, but to master it. Compare the frantic pace of modern existence, notifications buzzing every second, with the simplicity of a monk walking barefoot on stone, feeling each step fully alive. Who is richer? The one who has everything yet fears losing it, or the one who has nothing yet fears nothing? But let's bust a myth here. Buddhism is not about renouncing life, living in caves, and giving up joy. That's the greatest misunderstanding. The truth is radical. Buddhism teaches you can enjoy deeply, love fully, work passionately, without the chain of fear choking you. You don't need to abandon your life. You need to change your relationship with it. That shift from clinging to flowing is the path. And here's the secret. Once you stop fearing loss, you unlock a life where every moment is richer because you're no longer grasping at it. This is the Buddhist path to real freedom. But let's go deeper, because you might be thinking, it sounds good, but how do I live this in the chaos of real life? Let me tell you another story. A young woman I once spoke with had a deep fear of abandonment. Every time her partner was late, her mind screamed, "They're leaving me. They'll find someone better." She tried everything: therapy, self-help books, distractions, but the fear haunted her. Then she began a simple Buddhist practice. Each time the fear rose, she whispered to herself, "This fear is not me. It is a cloud passing through my sky." Slowly, the grip loosened. Months later, she laughed as she told me, "The fear was never about them leaving. It was about me never meeting myself." And that's the essence of Buddhist teaching. You are not your fears. You are the sky that holds them. The problem is clear. Fear rules our decisions, our relationships, our careers. Fear makes us overwork, chase status, numb ourselves with endless scrolling, or cling to people out of desperation. Fear whispers, "If you don't hold tighter, you'll lose everything." And that voice drives us insane. Agitate this truth. The very effort to protect what you love suffocates it. The partner you smother pulls away. The wealth you hoard slips in value. The body you idolize ages no matter how many creams you buy. And every attempt to control fuels more panic. It's a burning house you keep pouring gasoline on. But there is a way out. The Buddhist path that says, stop feeding the fire. Step back. See the illusion. Choose release. The solution is not to hold tighter, but to let go. Here's the educational insight. Buddhism reveals impermanence. Everything changes. Every flower wilts. Every storm passes. Every breath rises and falls. If you deny this truth, you suffer. If you embrace it, you flow. That's why the Buddha said clinging is the root of suffering, and guided meditation is the medicine. Let's practice another short moment now. Close your eyes again. Feel your feet on the ground. Whisper to yourself, "This body will change. These possessions will fade. This fear will pass. But awareness remains." Take 3 slow breaths. With each exhale, release one chain of fear. With each inhale, invite one taste of freedom. This simple act, done daily, rewires the mind. You don't have to believe me. Experience it directly. Proof is everywhere. Harvard studies show that regular meditation lowers stress hormones, reduces anxiety, even rewires the brain toward resilience. Social proof is global. From Silicon Valley boardrooms to Olympic training camps, Buddhist-inspired practices are no longer fringe. They're survival tools. Millions testify, meditation saved me. Mindfulness gave me peace. Letting go changed my life. The comparison is stark. A society addicted to speed, distraction, and control versus a path that says, be still, let go, live awake. Which side will you choose? The myth that holds people back is simple. If I let go, I'll lose everything. But the truth is shocking. When you let go, you gain everything that matters. Peace, presence, clarity. You don't lose life. You finally start living it. So let's return to the question we began with. Why do you fear losing everything? Because you believe your worth depends on what you own, who you're with, and what the world thinks. But Buddhism whispers a secret. Your real worth is unshakable, untouchable, and already free. And the ultimate FOMO is this. If you don't realize this now, you could waste your entire life trapped in fear, never tasting the freedom that was always within your reach. Do not let this slip by. If you've watched this far, it means something in you is ready. Don't push it away. If today you feel the weight of fear pressing on your chest, take this as the sign. It's time to act, breathe, meditate. Step onto the Buddhist path to real freedom. And if this message has touched you, don't just keep it, share it. Because someone you love is drowning in the same fear, and your share might be the hand that saves them. Tap the like button, subscribe, and stay with us as we journey deeper into Buddhist wisdom together. This is not just my message, it's our path, a community walking into freedom. And I'll be right here, waiting for you in the next step of this journey. Until then, may you be fearless, may you be free, may you be fully alive.